The resilience of civilians in Ukraine persists. Following the full invasion of the country, many people fled, but thanks to volunteers in all fields, people have been kept alive and hope continues. EWTN News Vatican correspondent Valentina Dudo was in Ukraine and met some of those volunteers.
From the start of the war in Ukraine, men and women in every field of operation have volunteered in providing critical support to people when the government and official military could not. Doctors from around the world felt compelled to go to the medical frontline, bringing their skills to this dire situation. Italian doctor Roberto Brambilla was one of them.
My specialty is to treat the wounds. And for all my life, I treat wounds. It's the only things that I am able to do. And it's for that I come here.
After going into retirement, Dr. Brambilla decided he wasn't done. After seeing the images of the injured, he felt the need to help, which brought him here to the St. Nicholas Hospital in Lviv. Bringing the skills from his long career, he was instrumental in creating what has become one of the most forefront regenerative care departments in Europe, even refusing his salary and asking it to be donated here.
At the beginning of the war, when you were here, how many people were you treated? How many children did you treat for war wounds?
A lot. I don't say you the right number, but here arrived more than 2,000 children with wounds.
Some of the war wounds were a result from being shot or surviving explosions with severe burns. But Dr. Brambilla is not only helping those children heal physically, but helping them mentally diminish some of the trauma. And he says regenerative medicine is one of the better ways to be able to do this.
This is a new possibility of treatment. We can use cells from fat. We can use dermal substitute that is artificial skin to treat these patients. And we can have a very fast healing and a different healing with no scar. That is important, I think, most important for children. And for children in this terrible situation.
The network of volunteers in every field of operation here in Ukraine has been essential from the start of the war. It has become a real human community network that people rely on. Bogdan was one of the volunteers from the start of the war in Ukraine, working with the Order of Malta.
I remember the first days. On the first days when everything started, all embassies, humanitarian organizations, they have safety and security plans. They were evacuated. There were no professionals who can really help to people, but there were a lot of volunteers.
As a Ukrainian father of 4 under the age of 18, he is exempt from serving in the war, but he wanted to help his country.
Honestly, on the first months, I was the only person in Maltese Relief Service who had this reservation from the army. And if you have this reservation, you are able to go abroad.
That meant he was able to do what many others could not. Bogdan was able to bring some of that essential aid into Ukraine.
But still, somebody needs to do it.
But the local workers and volunteers are not just helping other people survive this war. They and their families are in the midst of it too.
The last time it was a big massive missile attack. We didn't go to the shelter. We just lay in the corridor between two walls, and we hear this drone voice, sound of drone, and every time you feel like it goes straight to you. And all my children were laying in the corridor, and I just lay on them, on my older son, Andrei, and I feel how his body is shaking. You know, it is very difficult as a father to feel it.
But Bogdan fears the impact of war on children will persist long after the bombs and drones stop.
Difficult, maybe they're smiling, maybe they're joking, but nobody knows what they feel inside. And I know that all these fears, it will go with them through all their lives.
In Lviv, Ukraine, Valentina Dudo for EWTN News Nightly.